I go out on a golf course like here at Panmure, I feel like I'm in my own private Versailles. It belongs to me for as long as I'm out here. And that's a great privilege.
Alright, this is a typical hickory bag. As a matter of fact, there is one club more than the ones that I use. There's actually a brassy, which you can see has got a brass plate underneath. And this is a club that I don't use much myself, because I don't think that woods bring a lot into the game, not when the woods are this one. So we're just going to leave this one on the side. This is my bag, and I've got a 1-iron, which is the club that I use mostly off the tee. And this came from the wife of the secretary of my golf club, which had it in the house probably for the last 50 years. And this is a club that I love a lot.
Well, I think we're generally interested in history and the game, how it began. And we've also had a lot of good players, and people have seen that you can really play good golf with hickory clubs, 100-year-old hickory clubs. And I think there's a general interest for the game, how it's supposed to be played. That's my opinion, because I played hickory golf exclusively for 10 years now. So I've sort of lost interest in the modern game, because measuring devices and 14 clubs make it too mechanical, too technical, too much science. It's not to my liking.
Oh, I've never even heard of hickory, but we won a tournament in Dubai, playing 9-hole hickory. We were given clubs, and it just turned out to be a fun tournament with drinks afterwards. I said, you know what, let's join in. And then we won a trip to Scotland playing in the World Series of Hickory, so that was a bit of a surprise.
Now in my bag there's also a Meshy 2, which is basically a 5-iron sort of loft. And it's also made from Tom Stewart, but it's not such a pretty club like the other ones are. But unfortunately I didn't find a Tom Morris one. There's also a Meshy Niblick. And the Meshy Niblick, it says 7 here, but it's more like an 8 sort of loft, 8-iron sort of loft. This is a Francis Wimay Robert Ty Jones model, also quite difficult to find. And I must say it's one club that I haven't been able to repair it as good as I wanted, because I couldn't find the pin.
I don't have any numbers on my clubs, and I can't really think, oh, I need a 7-iron or a 3-iron. It's pretty big mesh up here, and I don't know anything. So mine is still a surprise, and a surprise what's at the end of it. So I think it's a little bit to do with your clubs, I think, but also I think never give up and just hit it well. I haven't found the technique actually how you're supposed to be hitting these, but I think you have to have a different swing. I think you have to actually go back to your old rhythm again, instead of trying to hit it and make distance. And I think if you get the rhythm, which you're supposed to be using in real golf, you get there.
The second club that I have is a 2-iron, and basically this is a Tom Morris made by Stewart. Quite difficult to find. I like to buy clubs myself and repair them, so when I find one that has a Tom Morris writing on it, I know it's a very special model. And I was lucky enough to find 3 of those clubs. This is the 3-iron, also Tom Morris branded club, and obviously it's got a different loft than the 2-iron and a different length.
Well, modern equipment makes the game so much easier. I mean, you've got to be precise with your shots. You'll notice if you watch them playing here, how slow and how deliberate and smooth the swings are. And if you try and thrash the ball with hickories, you get nowhere.
Well, my scores have not been very good, but I think it's if you come in and you think, oh God, I'm the last one on the list, I didn't score anything. It turns out that everybody played bad. So it's a frustrating game, but it's not just for me. I think it's for everybody that playing hickory. It's a frustrating game, and it can have a nice surprise every now and then.
And then there's a Niblick, and this is the most lofted club, the one that we use out of the bunkers and to do some approaching from not too far away. I can get about 90 yards with this club, not more than that. So this is my bag. Oh, last but not least, there's a putter, and this is a very special one, also Tom Stewart, and this is a Harry Varden putter. Basically they used to put the name of the owner of the putter on the clubs, and he's got still the original shaft. I had to change grip because of the age, obviously, but it's a very nice piece, and I have to say I putted quite well today to save a 85, which wasn't a very good score at all. But that's golf.
I'm not a powerful golfer, and this means my swing rhythm is slow but precise, so I can hit it more center and I don't need so much distance. It's not a power golf which I cannot suit to. No, it's a creative game. It's a more tactical or strategic game because you have to think much more where have you to land the ball. Normal golf is just hitting the green, boom, finish and basta. And therefore on the hickory game you have to think about which kind of shot you can play. Do you have the right club? What is the distance? Where to hit the correct spot? So it's much more creative and also strategic. And the course plays longer. Normally you play driver, wedge. Here you play driver or 3-wood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. You lose the whole set. In modern golf, no.
The appeal is the uncertainty and playing with probably less clubs that you would normally carry. A half set can range between about 5 and 6 clubs. I've got basically a full set, which is still only about 12. Sounds a lot, but you know, there's a few times you've got to try and sort of make good. You know, you've got a gap and you want to have that certain club you don't have. But when you have a half set, that's even more so. You've really got to use your feel and your instincts and trying to cover that distance you're trying to get. So that's the appeal of it, is the uncertainty. With hickory, don't get guarantees. I mean, you feel the best swing out there, and the ball's coming off off sideways. So that's the fun of it.
No, I never thought I would be in the same tournament as Sandy Lyle. Actually, I had to look him up. Sorry.
Golf in Scotland is played as a game. It's not all about the score. We think too much in America about the number that we have when we walk off the course. I've always found that the Scottish players think about the camaraderie, the fraternity, the kind of day they had, not just what number they ended up on the card. And golf should be that. It should be that which bonds players together, creates relationships and friendships that last for a long time, and only deepen as we play together more and more. That's a culture then, more than just going out and trying to shoot a certain number on a given day.
I'm a Scotsman who lives and golfs in Japan. I was born in St Andrews in Craig Lister Hospital, so I'm a St Andrews golfer, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from my swing. And a lot of people ask me, why do I play hickory golf? And I was thinking about it last night, and one of the reasons I play hickory golf is because I meet an awful lot of nice people. And if I look at some of my friends that I've met over the last 12 months who have become extremely close, family friends even, I would never have met them if it hadn't been for hickory golf. So I play the golf because I like it, but I guess what I'm saying is I play it because I like the people I play it with, and it's created great friendships across the world.
I had an hickory club, part of my still set as a boy, and I love going to the Open Championship and all the history and things, and I just was really curious how the boys of yesteryear competed with their 310 shots or whatever. I now realise that what was deemed as an eye-winning score for 4 rounds, I now see that there's just a very good scoring because they're very difficult and unforgiving. But that's what my sort of the sort of passion to get in and play with these things, to compare myself and to see how those guys done in a day, and that's it. And I've sort of been hooked on, and I haven't quite mastered it yet, but I've been hooked on it yet, trying to improve it.
We started up a group. We call ourselves the Happy Hickory Golfers, the Society of Happy Hickory Golfers. We came up with that one day at a game. And I think it represents it quite well, because the whole point is to be happy and to have a good day out. And it might sound a bit weird in somewhere else in the world, but it works quite well, being happy when we play golf. You know, the trick about hickory golf is to ignore the bad shots and celebrate the good shots.
I think the game of golf is for life. I've heard Gary Player's speech that many times. It's not a thing you just pick up for a few weeks and go, I've mastered it now. Once you get that kind of bug, you never really master this game. You have it for a little while when you think you might have it, and then it leaves you, and then it maybe come back. But it's a game for life, and for youngsters it's a game of discipline as well, and how well you manage yourself on a golf course. So, you know, life in general is played through golf, and I can play with people that I think, well, business terms, I wouldn't mind getting in touch with this guy, but I want to see after I play golf if he's what I think he is. And quite often within a few holes, you know, they can be quite a nasty piece of work. You go, I don't know. You know, that's the game.
I think the way hickory golf is played has got the answers. Obviously, you're never going to get all the golfers in the world playing with hickory clubs again, but the idea that you can have fun with a small set of clubs, a small bag, you can carry the bag, you play around a course that's not 8,000 yards long and you can get round in 3 hours. I think that's the way golf needs to head, and I think these lessons are learned from hickory golf.
And the earliest designers and golf course architects, people like old Tom Morris, and basically everyone since designed courses, especially from the beginning. The designers, the course designer would really create defense around different, a smaller community of players. So they might even suggest someone's going to hit a ball a little to the left, so we're going to put a trap over here. someone's going to hit it a little to the right, and this is my arch enemy, so I'm going to put something over here. So the course designers were more prominent in their role in the game. If you play some of these brilliant older courses, including Panmure, which we've been playing this year at the World Hickory Open Championship, Panmure has a lot of very well placed hazards and challenges that modern clubs would just fly over and never have a chance to witness. But what happened in prior times, and also with the World Hickory Open, or at any time a Hickory player wants to play this course or other similar courses, is they get to experience the defense that was built into the course in a much more fulfilling way. It becomes more like a chess match.
On one hand, I like the links courses because you can use the advantage of the ground and running the ball. On the other hand, I also like small courses where tight, where you have really to hit the ball straight. And straight can mean you cannot hit it very powerful. That's precision is the name of the game in Hickory. So therefore, both courses could suit. But I prefer Hickory golf on links because you need again more skills and more creativity. But it's more difficult and more frustrating sometimes as well.
And it's not just about Scotland, this event. I think it's about a whole bunch of people coming together. It's kind of hard. I'm trying to find it hard to describe the magic of what a niche sort of sport gives to the people who attend it. But it's a special magic in it. It's a special magic when you walk in a room and you feel you can go walk up and talk to anybody, and they'll talk to you and they'll tell you what they did that day, and they'll smile with you and they'll buy you a beer and you'll have a chat and you'll probably drink too many beers and you'll go to bed and you'll wake up the next morning and think that guy I met yesterday from Switzerland was a lovely guy. And one day if I ever got to Switzerland, I'm going to call him up and play Hickory golf. And I think that's the value in it, to be honest with you. A big value. I can't get that when I go, and I don't want this to be a negative thing, right? But I can't get that when I go to a normal golf competition.
It's a game which we get together to be better men together, to have fun, to laugh, to put aside the worries of life and the awful political kinds of currents that run through the United States right now. We get together to affirm the joy of living together, the joy of this game, and the beauty of it.
The game is growing, it's fantastic. We just need this solution. If the game continues to grow, whereas all the old golf clubs that's gone on the bonfire, etc., what do we do? There's a big debate. Do we remake them the same? I think we have to find a solution. Whilst we love playing with the 100-year-old clubs, if it keeps growing at this rate globally, we're going to have some remakes.
I would say it can only grow. Hopefully, like myself being involved and playing a lovely course here at Panmure, which is an old traditional, almost your St Andrews type style or Prestwick style, with all the nice locker rooms and the trophies and the history and all the pictures that are out there and the clothing. I mean, the clothing is nice to be part of it. I mean, it's nice to get away from the stay dry and the slim look and then the sort of McAvoy looking like Superman. We're all older players. We don't look like Superman anymore. We used to maybe at one time, but not now. So to wear the +4s and nice sweaters and patterns and feel part of the game history, it's really very rewarding. And I don't come here just because there's money involved. There's a little bit of prize money, but I'm here because I enjoy playing Hickory golf, and the people that are playing Hickory golf have come from all parts of the world, which is amazing. Just to play, they're going to play more than a few rounds. They're going to have a few other bits and pieces going on, but I played the 2 days. Well, we've had Korea, Japan this year, and Sweden's a great supporter, America's a great supporter, and Switzerland. So they come a long way for a week's golf, and they all thoroughly enjoy it. They're a great bunch of people.
There's certainly more and more interest in Hickory golf. I think people enjoy the challenge, and they enjoy the fact that it brings them back to the essence of golf.
Certainly in the last 15, 20 years, but it's been going. Some people have played hickories all their lives, but I mean, it really seems to have picked up since the 1990s probably.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the prize giving for the 12th World Hickory Open at Panmure Golf Club. It seems to me, looking at the faces that have been here, it's been thoroughly enjoyed, and we've loved having you all here. We'll get on with it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well done. Thank you. Yeah.
The winner of the Archie Baird Trophy goes to Reimer Smith. And last but by no means least, the World Hickory Open Champion for 2016, Sandy Lyle.
I've talked to Tiger a few years. He said, "You're interested in hickory?" And I said, "Yeah, I play quite a bit, and I've obviously seen me practicing at Augusta on the practice ground with hickory clubs prior to playing in the par 3 course." And so I ended up getting a few clubs sent out to him. You know, he's interested because he likes the kind of history of the game as well. He respects that. Maybe if I talk to him nicely, we'll get him for one of these events during the next few years.
There's something in it. I'm trying to get my hand on it, but there's some magic in it. And it's not just about the golf clubs, it's not just about the golf courses, it's not just about... It's about people, right?
Thank you very much, everybody.